Hey guys, what's up? Today I'm going to show you how we installed this rigid core vinyl planking. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time, welcome. Today we're installing this rigid core vinyl plank flooring, and this is an easy DIY. You can do it in a day. I did it over 2 days, but total it was about 6.5 hours of work. And here's everything that I used. Alright guys, so this is the rigid core vinyl plank flooring that I bought at Home Depot. Color is Edwards Oak, and it is rigid core, so it resists dents, hides subfloor irregularities, waterproof. Make sure you read the instructions. It's waterproof to a certain point, but you can use it in bathrooms, kitchens. And I like that color that we got. It does look like wood. It does have a textured pattern, has a 30-year residential warranty. Just make sure you read the instructions before you start. If you are doing concrete, you do need to do a moisture barrier, I believe. But all the instructions are in the box. These are shims, but you can buy the spacers for the gap, for the expansion gap. Straight edge ruler. Of course, your knee pads, you don't want to forget those. Got a drill. I have this one with a wood drilling bit for that hole over there where I had the little gas pipe. Screwdriver, just move things. Pencil pen to mark things. Your tapping block. These are two different kinds. This is a full square one, and this is a little bit of a different shape. Your pull bar. This is for those edges where you can't stick your fingers in there, so you gotta use the pull bar. Rubber mallet. Regular hammer, just for any nails. You can use, these are electrical, but you can use channel locks, just to break little pieces off of the, like little edges when you cut the little slivers off, make it easy to break. And your utility knife. Some scissors. These are HVAC scissors. I have this. I didn't use it this time, but you can use this for the weird edges, any weird shapes that you have, oblong. You can use this to get the corner. The trim gun, I use that for the quarter round, so this is only if you're going to put quarter round. Oh, and this. So basically, the utility knife and this do the same thing. You will need the utility knife for the long cuts. I didn't use a table saw or anything. I just used a ruler and the utility knife. But this is for those end cuts at the end over here. When you get to the end of a line, makes it a lot quicker. You just mark it, slide it in there, and cut your piece. And I think that's everything that I used. Oh, I did use the table saw. I did use the miter saw for the quarter round, but that's it. If you're not putting quarter round, then you don't need it. Or trim if you're not doing that. Alright, if you haven't already, hit that like down below if you can. And if you want to see more videos in the future, please hit that subscribe. We post a new video every Saturday, sometimes Thursday when I can squeeze 2 in a week. But just hit that like, hit that subscribe, and let me know what you think down below. Alright, before you begin, make sure you open up your boxes and you mix up your pieces, or you're grabbing from different boxes every time. You don't want to just grab one box and then install that and then grab another box, because they could be a little bit different in color, or that way you mix up the variations. I'm going to start by taking my first piece, and we're going to go this way. So we're going to take off this lip right here. Alright guys, so in my excitement to get this floor started, forgot that we had this little alcove area here, or this little piece that sticks out 1.5 inches. So I changed my line. Alright, so I did get the little strip in there, about 1.5 inches, and then 3/4 little strip back there, so that we could continue our straight line across this way, right? So this stuff is pretty easy to work with. The hardest part is getting that first line straight, and then after that we'll just put this last piece, and then what I like to do to stagger is I like to do a full length piece, and then a 2/3 size piece, and then a 1/3 size piece. Oh yeah.
Ice cream?
I'm about to eat it, hold on. You do the small seam first, so you'll tilt it this way, and then you'll do the long one. Some of them are different, where you do the long one first and then you tap it in, but that's how you do this one. Alright guys, we are back. Yesterday was Sunday, so we were just here a couple hours. I probably could have finished if I stayed, but this is what we got done yesterday. And we're just gonna finish up. I picked up the quarter round. That'll go at the bottom. And let's get this done. Alright guys, what's up? Alright, so I'm gonna show you a trick. Alright, so this is my end piece. It's gonna go right here like this, right? And so I'm gonna make this end piece cut. So to do that, I'm gonna flip it backwards. That way I'm marking the end that I need to cut off. And then I just go to the end. This one's gonna be tiny, I guess. Alright, so we're gonna go to the end right here of this board, mark it. You can do it on both sides. So there's our marks. That's what we're gonna cut off. Bring our cutter. You can do this with the straight edge and the utility knife, but this is what I'm using. I bring it in, put the blade on my line, make sure it's straight, square, and that's it. Then flip it back, you have your cut on that end, here it goes, and it'll fit. So, just easy peasy. And you just bring it in. Alright guys, and that's for end pieces, like when you get to the end and it's just a straight piece. Now if you have it right here, we're gonna have an L, a little different shape, so that's gonna be a bit of a different process, but that's the easy ones. Alright guys, so this is where we're gonna do our L cut. It's gonna be a weird cut right here in this corner. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is do the same trick for the other piece. I'm gonna take this all the way to the end where my piece is gonna end. Mark it. Alright. Cut that top piece off. So now we have a piece that's gonna fit here. Alright, so that's gonna fit here. So then I'm gonna take this piece and measure from here the end of the, let me turn it to the end, like if we were gonna cut it off, right? So we got that measured. And then I'm gonna turn it. All right, so then what I do is I measure here, where the piece is gonna go into the next one. Measure that distance. So I have 4 3/8. So then I'll go down here to this end where my mark is. Same thing, 4 3/8. Got it. So then we'll take the ruler. Utility knife. And just mark up to where our line is right here. Go over it a couple times. All right. And then you can do the same thing with this piece. So 15 and a half, 15 and a half. Ruler. Same thing, score it until you meet that other line that you have going. Alright, so then we got our square that we're going to cut out scored, and I'll just snap it. See, it snaps, and it just got to be careful not to break the whole piece, but then flip it. Cut that backing, and so this is our piece that we want to keep, so we got to be careful not to break that. So then I'll take the piece I'm gonna break off. Alright, and then you have your shape right there. And this should fit. You might have to shave off a little piece or something, but for the most part it should fit. You can take some channel locks or some like towel cutters, or these are electric, and just grab and bend, and it'll break on that score line that you made. All right, and that's not going to be perfect, but that's what you have your quarter round for. It'll cover these imperfections on the edges. Alright, so let's try it now, see if it works, or see if we gotta take more. There we have it. They do these weird shapes. Alright guys, so not even gonna lie, I forgot my multi-tool that I was gonna use to cut under here. I had the blade for that, and I forgot at the shop this morning. So I just used the reciprocating saw. If you have a longer blade, you can kind of bend it to where it'll give you the straight line. This was a little medium blade, So it's not perfect, but it did the job, and we'll still be able to fit the piece under there. So gotta figure it out when you forget the right tool. All right guys, on this little step, it's just the exact width of one piece. So I'm gonna actually liquid nail this onto there. It's just gonna be 2 pieces, and then we're gonna put like a bull nose piece of wood right here. I'm gonna make that because I'm not paying $35, $40 for a transition strip that I can just make. So we'll go ahead and glue this on, and we got the room done. Picked up. Alright guys, there you have it. I hope you enjoyed the video on how to put this vinyl plank flooring down. If you have any comments, put them down below. Make sure you hit that like, that subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. And I hope I can help you guys a little bit. See you guys next time.